questions, and I know sometimes you come to a TV show and you think, oh my gosh, this is a little bit nerve-wracking. So Lise is the sweetest woman ever. We both met her already.
Yep.
She's a little nervous about asking her question. I told her she's going to be just fine.
It's going to be fabulous.
Go ahead. What do you want to ask Shai?
Hi, Shai. I need ideas to redo my kitchen.
Okay. Yes.
You did well.
Yes, that was very good. Very good.
So good.
You did very well. Good job.
Yes.
Okay, so Lise has a great space. It's a really great contemporary space. And what I'm going to recommend, she asked for finishes for the kitchen, but like, you know, you come City Line, you're going to get more answers than you might want. So Lise has a wall that actually separates her kitchen to her living space. And what I'm going to recommend is, first of all, look at a floor plan. And I'm going to recommend, Lise, that you take down that wall and create more of an open concept.
Are you serious?
I know, right?
She just wanted a kitchen redo. Take down a wall.
You thought you were going to just paint. It was only going to be a couple $100. Well, you're wrong. So, so I'm going to recommend that you take down this wall. And again, this is something you can do over time. You don't have to do it all right now. But it's really going to open up the space. It's going to feel a lot larger, a lot more modern too, which is the look that you're going for. So you have your kitchen surround here and your living area here. I've flipped the way that your living area is actually right now. So what you have now is a wall here with the TV looking. Actually, we can get a picture. One of the pictures. Here we go. So this is the wall that's in the living area, and your TV is actually mounted on it, looking towards the kitchen. I'm recommending that that come down, and now we're going to use your longer wall as your entertainment area. Your sofa back to the kitchen, and this is going to define the space for you. Having the sofa here with the rug facing this wall, it's now an entertaining area. It's really open, it's nice, it's airy. And what's great about this is you had in your kitchen a little television here because you couldn't see the TV with the wall. But now that we've taken that down, you can watch City Line on your gigantic, huge screen over here on this wall, and you can actually see it from the kitchen. So you've actually doubled up on duty there, which is great. I do want to talk to you about some finishes. Now we can get into your actual question in terms of the finishes. And your biggest question was, what should you do with the cabinets? Should you have the same color base cabinets as the uppers or not? I like the look of having a darker cabinet on the base and doing something different on the top. So I'm going to recommend that your base cabinets be a darker gray, almost like a charcoal. And this is Benjamin Moore Cinder. This is a beautiful, rich, dark gray. And I think that this is really going to ground the kitchen nicely for you. And then you can do white uppers. We spoke about your backsplash and your countertop. So I'd like to see a continual stone go all the way from your from the countertop all the way up your backsplash. It's going to be clean, it's going to be modern, it's going to be super easy to care for because you don't have as many grout lines. So that's a great point in a kitchen. In the living area, I went to Crown Wallpaper in Toronto and found this great fabric wallpaper. It's beautiful.
That's
it's
gorgeous.
rich. Feel that, Tracy.
That
it's really so nice. It has a really nice texture to it, and this is really going to warm up the space and it's going to give some great visual interest to your living room. But now, because it's open to your kitchen, because I took your wall down, you're going to see it and it's going to be all part of it.
Right.
In choosing wood finishes, quickly we'll get to that, is, you know, people sometimes have trouble or challenges picking wood finishes based on everything else that's going on in the space. And what I want to show you is, because we're kind of keeping with the cooler tones, the warmer cooler tones, to do something like the walnuts, which you have some of that right now in your space, it fights a little bit with it. So what I'm going to recommend instead is that you do something like this, which is a walnut, but it's in an ash finish. This is a lot warmer, it's a lot darker, it grounds a little bit better. And if you do want to brighten it up a little, do something with a natural maple. A natural maple is going to balance it really nicely. And you know, it's really going to all come together, and that's going to be the perfect way to create that entertaining space that you want to do.
That big TV that she's now going to be able to look at because the wall's gone is going to come in very handy because she does watch the show every single day.
Every day. Every day. I've made your life easier.
There you go. Good question, Lise, and great answer, Shai. Let's get out to our audience now. Marnie has a question for Stacy. What would you like to ask her, Marnie?
Thanks, Stacy, for taking my question. I have a very outdated living room, dining room full of kind of heirloom pieces. My husband and I have been arguing about this for a little while, probably 10 years. And so if you give me some great ideas, he has agreed to do it.
Well, that's great. So, Marnie, I've taken a look at your photos, and I think, first of all, in the dining room, we should eliminate that carpet, and we'll put in some wood flooring. So I see you have some wood flooring in your kitchen, and I would suggest doing the same wood flooring in the dining room and carry that right through, and it will really open up the space, and you'll have nice continuity. For paint colors, what I would suggest is you have some applied molding on the wall here to create a wainscoting effect. So there's a chair rail, and then below that there's applied trim. So I would paint all of that out, Benjamin Moore OC17 White Dove. And that's this color right here. And that will give the look of more of a paneled lower wainscoting as opposed to it all being the same color. And then above that in the dining room, I would paint the wall Edgecombe Gray. So you can see that combination right there.
I love that combination.
Yeah, and
Nice.
we're getting now into a little bit more of the grayish tones, but still warmer, so it'll still work very well with some of your more traditional pieces. And then I would also suggest in the kitchen, that red really pops, but maybe we'll neutralize that a little bit, and we'll go with something more like Revere Pewter, which is right here. And that'll tie in nicely with your backsplash as well. So it'll be a little bit more of a flowing, flowing look happening throughout the space. And then we get into your living room area here as well. We'll continue the wood flooring through and remove the parquet. For your carpet, there's two options really that you could do. So you could do a wood tread with a painted white riser, or because we think probably underneath those that carpet, those steps are not wood right now. So that would be a bit bigger of a project. Or you could do another stair carpet and do something with a bit of pattern to create interest and make it a little bit more of an interesting focal point when you first walk in the front entry. And then I would also do the same color for the wainscoting below in the front foyer and carry that right into the living room with that same wall paneling, that same color above the wall paneling, which would be the Edgecombe Gray. The other thing is adding crown molding would really, I think, finish off the space nicely and give it a little bit more of a formal look and a more finished look, and it would tie in nicely with some of your more traditional furniture pieces.
That's
Love that.
nice.
Yeah.
So let's hope he goes for it so she
Yeah.
can get it done, right? It was all hedging on your answer, Stace.
Think about it this way. You don't have to take down a wall, so
Yes.
that's a good thing. That's already you fixed the cost.
Watch the whole show. So a couple of years ago, Sharon helped make over a living room for her friend Claudia. They were going to tackle her bedroom too, but things changed, and now she needs some different color advice. Take a look.
Hey Sharon, so instead of redoing our bedroom in Toronto, we thought we'd move across the country to Kelowna, BC. So here is our brand new house. It's big and it's wide and it's open. It's a little bit too brown and beige for me, so I'm hoping for your color expertise in helping us choose the proper color. And check this out, this is my sample board in our dining room, and I'm hoping this is one of the most perfect colors in here, and you can make some magic happen.
I like that she did that. We're very happy that Claudia did that. Let's start from the old place.
Yes, a few years ago we did Claudia's main floor in their house in Toronto, which is a little bit easier for me to consult on. So we bought new furniture. She went gray. So beautiful gray, warm gray leather, this gorgeous rug that we bought at the LT Market. Fantastic, love that piece. Didn't want her to bring that with her, I wanted it. But all of those lovely pieces of furniture went with her to Kelowna. She decided, I don't like my bedroom at all. I'm leaving the city and buying a new house in Kelowna. So we've been going back and forth, and I was lucky enough to visit her in the fall. So I saw the space, but we had too much fun. We didn't get into paint colors. So, taking a look at this, she's got this really, like a much bigger space than living in the beach in Toronto. So she's got grand space and that gorgeous stone, very, very warm and a lot more rustic, which is beautiful, but now that she's bringing in all of her gray furniture, there's a bit of a disconnect. So I shot her over all of those paint chips and, the paint colors, and she put them on the wall, which is a fantastic idea. And then I pulled out some of the ones that I really think will work for you, Claudia. So Collingwood is one of those options, and it'll bring a little bit of Ontario home to Kelowna.
Right.
So it's a nice, warm, soft gray. Cool enough, it still works with her furniture. But then I think that accent wall, because that stone is so substantial in that space, it needs something other than a really light color beside it. So I think Rockport Gray, which again, I know works really well with her furniture.
That's the middle one there?
That's the middle one right here.
Okay.
So that as sort of a feature wall where you've already got that beautiful stone as your feature. And then for trim and everything throughout the house, I thought just good old cloud white. Their kitchen cabinetry is a nice creamy white, so cloud white will look nice. And then she wanted to do something dramatic. She's, this urbanite girl. So she wanted to bring her ceiling in the dining room with a dark color. So I made two suggestions. Kendall charcoal for something that's maybe not overly dramatic, but then I know that she was using Black Beauty in her home office.
That'd be
so
nice.
that might look really fantastic too. So hopefully we'll get to see what she ends up doing.
She's lucky. She moves across the country and she still has you.
I know.
Isn't that amazing? Well, we
It's
all
amazing
have
what you can
City
do on
Line,
Skype,
right?
right? Yes,
Very
exactly.
true.